Welcome back to the channel. We're going to take a look back at 2023, what worked really well and what perhaps didn't work too well. And not only that, we've got some bonus footage from the Classic Rock Show from the interviews that we conducted last year. And equally, we are going to look at the best venue of 2023 to watch live music. We're going to look at the funniest moment that we captured ourselves on video doing. We're also going to look at the best performing video of 2023. So stand by, let's go to voiceovers. The year started with a review of the stunning Carl Longbottom Guitars 037, which is a custom UK-made competitor to the established Gibson Les Paul Jr. This guitar performed very well in our test against the Gibson Custom Shop example, and if you can live without the Gibson brand name, this is the one I would go for. Interestingly, it is also significantly cheaper too. This was also the first video where we introduced voiceovers. During the latter half of January, we were invited by CMP Entertainment to join them as they embarked on their UK tour with the Classic Rock Show. We caught up with them in their hometown at Liverpool's Philharmonic Hall and also Bradford St George's Hall, where we interviewed the artists who make this the high quality production that it is. Right, I'm going to properly bust this way now. So
all right then, yeah, no problem. I'm rubbish at this as well, so let's see how we go.
This was also the first for the channel in performing interviews with the artists, where the pressure was on from the very start. 8 interviews later, and having delved into their professional personal lives,
let's try and keep it that way.
This was certainly the highlight of 2023.
That was great.
There you go.
I enjoyed that actually.
Not only have we forged great relationships with the artists and CMP Entertainment, we have also gained new and valued relationships from the followers of the Classic Rock Show. In April, we visited Denmark Street at London, which is an iconic area of music which forged the future of artists such as the Rolling Stones, who kick-started the careers of many popular artists. We then moved on to our first show review of the year, starting off with Blackberry Smoke at Camden Town's historical Roundhouse Theatre. This was followed by Joe Bonamassa at Blackpool's Opera House, and then the Hollywood Vampires at Scarborough's Open Air Theatre. Johnny? These were all great shows at venues which offered interest and dynamics of their very own. A further guitar review came up in July, where I was reintroduced to my very first Les Paul, which I'd not seen for over 35 years. Who remembers Norman Collier?
Albert, back to the room, I'll keep going. Oh, I keep on. Why is it loose?
Amazingly, it was much better than I remembered it to be, and it was a joy to have it back in my possession for a short period of time. August saw the launch of the Naked Guitar series. I've asked a number of people recently, what do they think about the guitar solos at the beginning of each and every video? And I'm asking if there's actually any value to them. Now, the feedback I have had is that people do like these because they like to see what I'm doing with the guitar. So that made me think, do people, like yourselves, would you find any merit if I was to upload the full videos into a playlist? And I kind of thought, well, this could be pretty good, and it would be interesting because they are raw, they are organic, they are full of mistakes as I go on a bit of a musical adventure. So what I've decided to do, starting this week, I will drip feed those videos into a playlist called Naked Guitar. The idea was spawned upon the social media explosion of perfect note-for-note short guitar solos, where in reality it had probably taken more takes to record the video. We took the risk, we put our hearts on our sleeves and published our one-take improvised guitar solos to illustrate the organic nature of getting it right and also getting it wrong. There was no plan in place, just enjoy the journey and see what happens. If you fall off the bike, get back on and conquer. Later that same month, we got our first copyright strike from YouTube. We posted a video from the previous year of a cover that we recorded whilst playing live in Blackpool at a fundraising event for Brian House Hospice. The frustrating thing is that YouTube allows you to publish these videos on the basis that you recognise that you have a copyright claim, which is fine by the owners of the material, until of course they change their mind some 11 months later. This is the channel's first copyright strike, where there is a significant threat that if you accumulate 3, your channel is at risk of being taken down. I attended YouTube's very patronising version of a speed awareness course to remedy the issue, to a degree. September saw the second and third instalments of the Naked Guitar series featuring the subtle tones of the Gibson Les Paul Gold Top and single coil dust up. The latter of the two was a fist fight between the Texas Special pickups and the iconic Gibson dog-eared P90 pickup. This was followed by a review of the superb production by Nile Rodgers and Chic at Haydock Park Raceway. October, we reviewed the awesome Jared James Nichols at Bradford's Night Train music venue, who is on his way to becoming a very well established and unique blues-infused rock guitarist. Jared is definitely one to watch for the future. We finished off the year with 2 more editions of Naked Guitar Series, Texas Special and Telecaster videos, and interestingly, a video that's doing very well is my 52 Telecaster vintage reissue and how I fixed it, which was posted on the 21st of December, which to date has 4,500 views in just over a week. So 2023 in January proved that the successful videos was indeed the interviews with the Classic Rock Show. Now, in my previous life, I was sent on some hugely expensive interviewing courses. The actual process is identically the same. We want that person to talk about themselves and tell their story. But we had a disappointment in October of 2023. We contacted a management team responsible for an artist who was touring the UK at the time. They agreed a time, date and location for us to go there and interview the artist in question. I'm not going to mention who the artist is. We spent a good few days researching the back catalogue of music. We prepped all our gear, I wrote a script, and we travelled a considerable distance to the venue to be there on time to actually interview the artist. And guess what? They didn't know anything about it. We would have been able to illustrate their career path, what motivates them, how they write the music, who engineered the music with them, what guitars did they use on certain tracks, what techniques did they involve into getting 13 seconds of feedback on track number 8. And that was everything I was going to ask this person. Naturally, we're disappointed. However, moving on from that, we would like to do more interviews with artists in the future because we know that we can do that, we can do it very well. So moving on to the end of 2023, I put a video out there about my Fender Telecaster and how I fixed it. In the 7 days it had been posted, it produced about over 4,000 views. And I thought, wow, that's really good. And I've not left the studio, and I come back to that phrase called value. For me, sat on a chair, playing a guitar in a room, it's really not cost me anything except for a little bit of time in producing a video that's had really good value to it. It's now gone over 4,500 views, and I've had some fantastic comments and feedback. If you have commented on that video, guys, girls, thank you very much. So that might be the direction in which the channel goes down as well. So we're going to be doing more sort of studio-based reviews, probably pedals, tech stuff. How does this work? How do you get around that? Is there a fix to sort it out? So we might just do more stuff like that. Okay guys, so the results are in for the 2023 results, and I'm just going to have a look at my PC that's just over there. So the funniest moments 2023, it naturally goes to me, and that was on Scarborough Promenade. So watch this.
Friggin' just got soaking. Jesus Christ. God, I've got my coat on. There's another big one. Look. What? Did you just get that on there then? I think we need to move.
Okay, number 2 is the Best Venue Award for Music, and that has to go to Camden Town's The Roundhouse, which is an iconic turntable locomotive shed in London. We saw Blackberry Smoke there this year, and just to go and watch a show in that venue is absolutely fantastic. We weren't just there to watch a show, we were sitting in history. But The Roundhouse, top marks. The one you've been waiting for now is the best video of 2023. And this video has accrued more than 15,500 views in the last 12 months. And it's an interview, and this is purely the way to go for the channel in terms of success. And that word's going to come up again in terms of value. And this award goes to Jess Harwood for her interview with a Classic Rock Show, which took place in Bradford in February last year, and it was freezing because it'd been snowing and everything, but we still got there and we managed to pull off a great interview. So thank you to Jess Harwood. Now my personal thanks go to James Cole of CMP Entertainment for allowing us to film the Classic Rock Show at the beginning of 2023. Thank you ever so much, James and the team at CMP Entertainment. It was an absolute brilliant time that we had, getting to meet the artists, which is fantastic. By the way, they've got a tour which is about to kick off in the next few weeks on the UK mainland with the Classic Rock Show, and they are embarking into the US in March of this year. I've not got the specific dates, but if you look at the website, they've all been announced. So they are going across the Atlantic, guys, to the US, so stay tuned for the Classic Rock Show making an appearance in America. They are coming soon.
And here is that bonus material you've all been waiting for.
Jesse, right, so we've got the iPhone set up, so what have we got here then?
I'm just going to show you sort of the 3 pillars of my vocal health. Probably there's 4, but one of them is sleep, so I won't sleep in front of you. So water, obviously, hydration is super important. What people don't realise is, as well, singing-wise, it takes 4 hours roughly for water to hydrate you once you drink it. So sipping water just before you go on or during a gig doesn't really make that much difference. It's about being hydrated during the day. So just drinking as much water as you feel is necessary for your body. And then this is my vocal mist, which I actually got just before this tour. Which is a nebulizer.
I'll just pop round here and have a look.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Have a zoom in. So
wow,
basically, I'm actually going to do it now anyway, so I'll show you how. So basically, this is saline solution. It goes in the top here, and then you can choose to either have the mask, which kind of you wear like this, which sort of will obviously sort your nose out and your vocal tract, and then the lid goes on like so. That goes on there, and then you just breathe this in basically.
Oh right,
So I'll do that in a minute. So a lot of singers do that. It's sort of the latest technology on science. So historically, people would steam, and I still do sometimes, but people think nebulizing is better for you now than steam. But this is kind of like old school, which I like as well, because this never breaks. You know, this is obviously a piece of technology, so sometimes they can go wrong. But this is as old school as it gets. You put boiling water inside up to about here, and then you literally pop that in there and you breathe in the steam.
Doesn't look dissimilar to that of a bong.
No, people have said that before. I've had a few funny looks at airports with it, I can tell you. So it's basically, it's called a Dr. Nelson steam inhaler. They're sort of in every dressing room in the West End and stuff. People use them all the time. But that's essentially it. And just try not to overuse your voice and get enough rest. That's kind of it.
Brilliant. Oh, that's great. Right, well, thanks, Jesse. You're an absolute star. Thanks again.
No worries.
If you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe. You know where we are, and we will see you very soon. Draw!